Hi, Emmy. Hi, Leon. Hi, Almo. Hi, Benito. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Addie. Hi, Carter. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, Johnny. I think that's everyone. Awesome. Hopefully we'll have a few more friends join. Yep. Oh, yep. I hear them. They're still coming. Hold on. I have Asa and Isaac joining us. Asa and Isaac, welcome. And in the Zoom chat, yep, it's coming to you, the Nearpod link. Okay. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's do it. Get started. Who was my teacher helper? Oh, I thought I chose somebody yesterday. Who was it? Oh, it was Fayruza. She's not here. So let me go with, let me see. Everybody wants to do it? How about Olmo? I haven't heard you in a long time. Let's do it.
Participate, be respectful, on time, microphones muted, include full name in the Zoom window, stay seated, and eyes on teacher.
Wow, what a pro. Thank you. Wait, don't go anywhere. Here comes what is today.
Today is Wednesday, March 22, 2023.
Wow, wonderful. Excellent job. Yes, it is nearing the end of Wednesday. It's there. You can grab the chat. It's in the chat. I mean, grab the link in the chat. So it is nearing the end of March is what I meant to say. It's nearing the end of March, which means April's coming up very, very soon. Two things will happen. One, we'll see some new birthday friends. And the other thing is at the end of this month, I'm going to see who's going to get some new stickers or select a prize that they would like for their reading challenge. Okay, remember that link is on my resources page in the reading tab. Okay, yeah, the reading course. Ruby, Viviana, Isaac, Frank, and me. All turning a year older. Happy birthday to us all. Weekly spotlight winners. We have Ms. Mackenzie for being an awesome Zoom promise keeper. Thank you for that. She knows that promise. And, oh, hey, go back. Emmy for amazingly detailed responses, and Frank for working hard, keeping up with his pacing and progress. Remember, weekly, you need to submit something every week. Okay, so just make sure. Oh, I haven't submitted anything for science. I better hurry up and do it. Or whatever course it is, make sure it's weekly. All right, what are we doing today? Get ready to Nearpod. Our focus today is to make inferences. I noticed that when I'm talking to my friends who have read a passage, and I'm asking them to infer or determine or guess the reasons why things happen in a text or a story or what might come next. What I'd like to do is to make sure that those friends, all of you, are able to find evidence in the text and understand how to infer and what an inference truly means. Okay, so I wanted to kind of go over that again with you. This is something that you learned in first grade, but only a little bit. So I would like to go a little bit more. Now, this is a 2-week lesson. This is part 1, and then there'll be part 2. So we're going to stop halfway through the Nearpod and call it done for the day, and then we'll pick it up next week. So our questions today will be, how do I make inferences? And what evidence from the text is helping me make my inference, okay? So I'll meet you in the Nearpod, okay? Make sure that you are joined. You have joined the Nearpod. Hey, there's Fayruza. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Let me join you over there in the Nearpod. I'm coming. Here I am. 8 friends are already in. Ooh, did I scare you? Sorry. I was very excited. 8 friends are already in, and I am super happy about that. Let's learn about Oh, and by the way, you can join at any time, right? If you cannot join, if your computer refuses, then type your answers in the chat, the Zoom chat. Okay, let's do it. Part 1. This is part 1 of a 2-week lesson. Our question, how can we make logical inferences about a story? Logical. Logical means it makes sense. Things that make sense. Is that awesome? Yes, I agree. So think about something that does not make sense at all. Your mom walking on the ceiling. Does that make sense? That's not logical. That's illogical. That would not make sense. Think about a logical conclusion. Oh, mom's going to serve us dinner after she cooks. That's logical. That makes sense. Okay, so logical means it makes sense. And when we make an inference, we need to make sure that what we say makes sense and is proven by the text. So how much do you already know, what did you learn last year, about making inferences? Do you know a lot? Can you explain? B, I know a little bit, but need a little practice. C, what's an inference? What's evidence? What's a text? Help, I need support and instruction. How'd you do? Ooh, I like those honest answers. You guys are the best. All right. So let's learn a little bit more so we can feel more confident. The first thing we're going to do for our lesson, remember we're only doing half of the Nearpod today, is look at the picture. It's almost like an I spy, but it's more than an I spy. You're going to infer or make an educated guess about what's happening in this picture. What can you infer about the girl in the picture? Type in your answer either in the Zoom chat. Ooh, I have 10 friends in, nice. Or I'm checking the Zoom window too, okay, the chat. So in case you can't enter here, ooh, let's see. When you infer, when you look at the picture, you see some proof, right? Some evidence. I see that this little girl is crying. She's sad. Yes, she's crying. She's sad. Well, let's talk about what you notice. You see she's crying. Who do you think she's hugging on? Who is she hugging on? Mom, that's right. She's sad. She might be hugging on her mother. What do you think might have happened? Do you think she got hurt? Do you think she didn't get the toy she wanted? What would be a logical reason for why she's crying? Why is she sad? Let's just come up with some ideas. We don't really have much more information. Does look like she's out in public. Maybe at a park or maybe Disney World. Why would she be crying? She might be having a bad day. Yep. Interesting. Let's see. She might be getting bullied. Ooh, that's interesting too. She's sad about something. She's hugging. She wants to feel better. Definitely. All right. Well, you just use clues. You can use clues from pictures and text to help you infer, which means an educated guess. Educated, that means I know stuff. If you know things about that picture, if you can observe things about that picture, then you can make an educated guess or what's called an inference.
The girl's crying because she's upset that her mother was very, very, very hurt. But no, she's not, because she's worried. Okay, Miss Cruz, you know what? You're the greatest teacher in our lives.
Yeah, thank you, Leon. You are
I'm so sorry,
awesome.
little girl.
And look at that. Asa said maybe she got like a shot or a vaccination. That could be. Maybe she wants to go home. Maybe she's tired. Does she look younger than you guys? She does look like a little girl, doesn't she? Maybe what grade do you think she's in? Feyruza?
Maybe she needs a nap.
Maybe you're right. She might need a nap. That's a great inference. Okay. That's a very creative and very logical inference. Logical means it makes sense. Now let's talk about that evidence for a moment. Okay, so the term evidence means proof. Okay, it's a noun. There's the word proof. Prove it. Okay, whatever you say needs to be proven in order for it to be logical or make sense, right? So information or proof that can be found to support a conclusion. Let's look at the next one. Illogical. Think of something that's totally weird. Illogical, doesn't make sense. Let's see. Your dad flying over the house with purple wings. Is that illogical? Something really silly. What is really silly? Who wants to share some illogical things? Oh, Asa, what is the silliest, most illogical thing you can think of?
Your son, my son is holding a banana on his nose and jumping over the house while it's raining.
Oh, that
Not
is
on the
illogical.
banana.
Nice work. Thank you, Asa. Totally illogical, right? I have one. My hair was singing today. What? That's illogical. Mackenzie, tell me something totally illogical. It makes no sense.
Eating cereal with your eyeballs.
That's a good one. Totally illogical. All right, Carter, tell me something illogical. Doesn't make sense.
Drinking cereal with orange juice.
Ew, that's illogical. I think I know somebody who likes that.
Drinking cereal with root beer. Drinking cereal with Orange Crush.
Oh, yuck. Thank you, Carter. Oh, yuck, yuck, yuck. All right, let's go to Johnny. Tell me something completely illogical.
Today, Miss Cruz was eating cereal with an egg underwater.
Yeah.
Ew, ew, ew.
That's hilarious and totally illogical. Okay, one more. And let's see who hasn't had a chance. Oh, I know Isaac. Isaac, tell me something totally illogical.
The elephant jumped over the moon.
That is totally illogical. You're right. Good. These are great examples of illogical events or things that just can't happen. All right. Maybe only in our imagination, but it doesn't make sense. Here's the example here. This image shows a fire hydrant at the beach. Like, what? Isn't there enough water to put out a fire in the ocean? Why is that illogical? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's move on. Inference. Let's talk about what an inference is. It's a conclusion, an idea, a thought that's based on evidence. It's your educated guess, okay? So I don't call it a guess so much. I say infer or inference. Now, information. If we don't have any information, can we make an inference? How do you make an inference? How do you make an educated guess if you don't have any information? Let's see. What if I was in my closet, had no windows, and I didn't have my phone or a computer, I was just standing in my closet all alone, and I tried to predict what the weather was like outside. I can't see it. I'm not outside. I don't have a window. I don't have any information. How can I infer what the weather is if I can't even find any information, right? Does that make sense to you? Right? Okay, good. So it's important that we have information that helps us make inferences. We can get that from pictures or text. Now, logical. Oh, now we go with the logical, making sense. To make choices or have ideas that are based in facts and reasons. So a logical person uses facts or information to think about their choices and opinions. If you are reading a text and somebody says, why do you think that little girl is sad? Can't you go back in the text and say, wait a minute, didn't it say here somewhere that she didn't get the toy she wanted at Target and she was sad because she had to wait till her birthday? There it is. There's the information. Now I understand why she was sad. All right, moving on, guys. 2 more slides for this. Predict. Prediction. That is the ultimate guess. It's deciding what you think will happen based on what you know so far. We make predictions in what subject do we make predictions in all the time? We put our little lab coats on. What is that where we make predictions? Oh, let's see. I know. Mackenzie. Where do we make predictions?
Science.
Yes, a scientist makes predictions all the time. I think this will happen because, so it's to guess what will happen based on inference. It is like an inference, based on evidence. It is like an inference. And text, everybody knows what text is. It's the print, it's the words, it's what you're reading. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let's have a little bit of educational fun here. I'm going to read to help you, and you choose or match match the picture with the word it represents. Okay, let's do the first one. The man is using what he already knows to make an inference. Let's try this one. This text gives us evidence about giraffes. Oh, match that one up. Okay, in the middle, you should think things out so you can make a logical choice. Middle, we ask questions to get information. Oh, I see a question, something about a question. And the next one, something that is illogical, doesn't make sense. Remember that picture from earlier? Seemed really silly to have something there when it's surrounded by something else. Okay, totally illogical. Last 2, weather people like meteorologists predict the future weather. Find the picture of somebody who's got a lot of instruments out and they're gathering data and information to predict the future weather. Okay, and the last one, the words in a book are called text. The words in a book are called text. How'd we do? Woohoo! Almost everyone's done. Nice job. Can I do it too? I want to do the illogical one first. Something that is illogical, doesn't make sense. The fire hydrant in the ocean. Where's the question one? Questions. We ask questions to get information. Mr. Question Mark. How about the giraffe? This text gives us evidence about giraffes. How's that? How about the text? Ooh, I know. The words are the text. How about this weather station? Oh, weather station. They're predicting the weather. And this man, that makes sense. I can infer there's a man and he's using information to make an inference. And lastly, think. So you can make logical choices. Okay, great work, guys. Oh, thank you. All right, let's move on. On the next slide, you're going to visit a race. Get ready. As you look at the motorcycles, think about the races you have seen. Okay. Think. Talk to yourself about it. Ooh, nicey. I see. How many? Oh, this one's in the light. Oh. It's okay to talk to yourself while you're reading. Helps you think things through. Okay. Did everybody have a chance to observe the motorcycle race? Oh, I see something in the back. What is that? A food truck? Or is it an ambulance? Or is it a bus? What is that? Okay, so does everybody have their information? Did you gather your information? Okay, Let's see. We need some friends to unmute who we're going to have talk about what they observed or noticed. Let's go with, how about Emmy, and choose a friend quickly as you can. Name a few things you noticed as fast as you can.
So I have to pick a friend first?
Yep.
Jerry.
Okay, and then they can agree or disagree, add or change. Okay, go ahead.
So I saw a mini like a van in the back.
What did you say?
I saw a van in the back.
A van. Oh, okay. Johnny, add some thoughts.
I believe that is a trash bin.
Okay. Ooh.
The green bin in the back, I very much believe that is a trash bin.
Okay. Anybody else? Mackenzie, what do you want? Thank you, ladies.
I was going to say I saw some tires
Oh.
in the picture.
Oh, what do you think they're for?
There's one on the floor, and then there's some in the background.
Okay, call on somebody. Let's talk about what you think they're for. Why are they there? Who do you want?
Addie. There's 8 motorcycles and there's a food truck. I think it's a food truck. I think the tires are for if one of them breaks, they can put on a tire so then they can keep doing the race.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
there's tires on the side, but
oh, okay. All right. Addie, do you have another idea why they might have tires set up like that?
my idea was because if one of them lost their tires, they can just put new ones on and then keep doing the race.
Okay. Anybody? Thank you, ladies. Anybody have another idea why the tires are there? I'm trying to make some inferences and think about what I know about races and how they're set up and why they would put tires there. Okay, Asa, call a friend, quick.
Carter?
Okay. I want you guys to think about why they have the tires set up like that. I think that was an interesting observation.
What I thought is if someone maybe takes a wrong turn and they hit the side, then the tires could maybe protect them a little, and they won't just hit the ground immediately. They could have something to and tires are a little squishy, you know.
Asa?
And they did bump into it.
I observed that there's some cars, and the motorcycle guys are different colors. And there's a building in the back.
What did you think about everyone's inference about those tires?
I think they're for the racers to know
And there's
which
9
way to go.
motorcycles.
Which way to go? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you guys. Wow.
There's 9 motorcycles.
Thank you. All right, guys, let's move on. Thinking about motorcycles and the races you've seen before, what can you infer or guess about the speed of the motorcycles? I think motorcycles move. Tell me about their speed. Leon, are you Mackenzie? I'm looking for my microphone's muted. Okay. Yes, fast. I agree. It could definitely what we know about motorcycles. I have seen them move fast. Anybody else? Ava?
There's no Nearpod in the chat, so can I just tell you out loud?
Yes, you raised your hand. Go for it.
Speed,
What type of speed? How fast?
like really fast.
Okay. Do you think like 100 miles an hour? 20 miles an hour? 200 miles per hour? Do you know that the average speed that your mom drives is about 50 miles per hour? So I wonder how fast motorcycles go. Yep. Nice. Thank you, love bugs. And by the way, I put the Nearpod link again in there. Okay. All right, loves. Thank you. I agree. Motorcycles are really fast. And of course, what do we know about races?
I put my
Wait. Okay. So what I was saying was we know about when we are in a race, we have to go really fast to be the winner. So we think about speed. We see that and we know from our past experiences that we've seen motorcycles on the road and they can go really fast. Nice work. All right, guys, we are about 4 more slides or so before we stop for the day. Before you learn about making an inference, and by the way, can I just say, the tires, those were excellent inferences about why they set up tires. I think that those 3 reasons are excellent inferences. They were set up to show the course so that they didn't get lost in the race. They know which way to move. They were set up so in case somebody, they fell or they crashed, they wouldn't slide into the people. They would bounce into the tires. And what was the third one? Oh, if somebody lost a tire, hey, there it is. They can put a new one on. That's great. Before you learn about making inferences, let's watch a quick video. As you watch, ask yourself which of the facts and text evidence, which of the facts are text evidence and which are not. So in other words, which of the facts that we hear are from the text and which are just made up or something we know before.
All kinds of animals. Animals have different shapes and sizes. They have body parts that help them move in different ways. Some animals walk and run. Others fly or swim. Animals have different body coverings. Some have fur or hair. Others have scales or feathers. Great! So now it is time to find our facts. Let's go ahead and look what Miss Colvin has underlined for you. The first underlined sentence says, they have body parts that help them move in different ways. I thought that was a cool, interesting fact because it talked about my main topic. Some animals walk or run and others fly or swim. Again, that's still talking about animals. I thought that was pretty cool. The second paragraph I underlined says, animals have different body coverings. That's pretty interesting. Some have fur or hair and others can have scales or feathers. How interesting. What did we learn from the text? Let's go ahead and find fact 1. Our first fact I took from the text was animals move in many ways. They can walk, run, fly, or swim. I put that in my own words. I didn't copy the text. That's why it may look a little different.
That's an important
But
thing.
the same fact I got is from the text. I didn't make it up from my brain. Let's go ahead and talk about fact 2 that I got. Animals can have different coverings. They can have fur, hair, scales, or feathers. I remembered that because if you look right here, it says it right here in the text. I didn't make that up from my brain. Let's go ahead and find fact 3. Sloths, do you see that cute sloth? Sloths may be found on the boardwalk. Let's go ahead and find
minute. Wait just a minute. Her third fact? Do you see that in the text? Is that something she read? You guys are shaking your heads and giving thumbs down. That evidence is not in the text. We can't say that fact and show that it's proven by the text. That fact is something they pulled out of their head or found somewhere else. So that last fact does not support what the evidence from the text says. So let's keep going.
Find that in the text.
It's not there.
Wait a minute. I don't see it in the text. Do you think that was a good fact? Go ahead and click pause and ask a buddy.
No, I agree with you. If you can't find it in the text, and by the way, that's happened to one of our students this week. Oh, wait, Leon, don't do that yet. That happened to one of our students this week. I asked them to tell me something that they learned from the text, and they told me something that wasn't in the text. They told me something that they knew from, I don't know, years ago, something their mom told them, something that their friend told them, something they read in a different book. That might be a fact, but if I'm asking you to find it in the text, find the evidence, and it's not written there, you pulled it out of thin air somewhere, then we can't prove it from that text. Okay, we have to be specific to the text that we're reading. So let's review before we finish. An inference. An inference. A conclusion is a decision we come to using reasoning. Why were those tires set up like that? So we think and reason and understand based on the knowledge or the facts or our observations why those tires were set up that way. When we think about things we know and things we learn, we can make decisions or conclusions about those things. A prediction is a guess about what will happen in the future, just like a meteorologist. Anyone think it's going to rain today? What evidence would prove that it might rain? What observations did you make? When we take the information from a text, combine it with what we already know, we can make a prediction about what happens next. You guys know that motorcycles can crash. You guys know that during a race, things can happen, right? Maybe they can get lost. So you can understand that you see the evidence, there's tires lined up. Why are they like that? So you can predict that things could happen. Tire could blow out. You're right. And when we come to a conclusion or make a prediction about evidence and reasoning, we make our inference. That's our key word of the day, to infer. An inference is an educated guess. Educated means you have some facts based on observations, evidence from the text, or any previous knowledge. On the next slide, you will watch a short video about making inferences. And then we're like almost done, guys. This is it. This and the next slide are the end. This will help you learn how to make an inference.
Making inferences is an important skill as you grow to become a more critical reader. When you make an inference, you are using your own experiences in life, along with information from the text, to form an idea. Let's practice this skill with a sentence. After Carrie finished the last lap of the race, she took a huge drink of icy cold water. If you have ever run a race, you know that Carrie is probably thirsty. Using that experience, you can then make the inference that Carrie is really enjoying the drink of water.
Thinking back to the illogical doesn't make sense. After Carrie finished the last lap of the race, she took a huge drink of icy cold water because her shoes were on fire. Does that make sense? No, it's illogical. So we have making sense of it. Oh, well, she must be thirsty. Okay, I got that inference now.
Another idea that you can infer is that Carrie is tired or sore. These are all ideas that the author did not state, but you can infer with your own knowledge of running a race. What inference can you make in this example? As Jenny walked into the room, all her friends shouted, "Surprise!"
Okay, stop there. Who wants to share? What can we infer about this statement? Jenny walks into the room, all her friends shouted, "Surprise!" Okay, Emmy, choose a friend. Who do you want?
Elmo.
Olmo, go for it. Okay, explain your inference. Go ahead.
So the inference is like all her friends shout surprise. Maybe it's like her birthday.
Yeah, it could be her birthday, or it's like, or they got her a present or something.
Anything else? No? Okay. All right. So we can infer that something happy is happening, right? Something pleasant or exciting. Okay. And it could be their birthday or a present, something like that. Who else would like to talk about it? Ooh, Ava, pick a friend, quick.
Mackenzie. So maybe when all her friends shouted surprise, maybe like it was like maybe a present like a new cat, or maybe like some animals that she got.
Or maybe it could be like if it was connected to the other sentence, like after the race she might have won. So and everyone find it out from something, and then they threw a party for her because she might have won the race.
All right. Nice work, guys. Thank you for sharing your inferences. Let's see if they give us any more information about it.
Using your own knowledge of surprise parties, you could probably make the inference that Jenny is excited. You might also infer that she is embarrassed.
Oh,
Remember,
she's
to make an
embarrassed.
inference, use the information the author gives you, along with your own life experiences, to form an idea.
Mhm. That's right. So if the question was, they all screamed or shouted, surprise. And the question was, how did she feel? You might say excited or embarrassed. The question was, what do you think is happening? You could say maybe a birthday party or an event, a party for her. So you could talk about the present she might be getting. Absolutely. So it depends on the question, doesn't it? You have the information here. You also have some information from your life or other books that you've read. Okay, other texts, and you can use all that information that you have and create your inference. An educated guess. All right, so let's, oh, this is it. This is your exit ticket. Match each picture to a logical, a sensible, conclusion. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Okay. She does not understand her homework. Aw. So what would happen? How about this one? The baby is still hungry. What would be the logical conclusion there? And the next one, the frog will catch the fly. And how about the next one? It is warm outside. What could be a logical conclusion for that? An outcome, a conclusion, an event that happens because, a cause and effect. Next one at the bottom, she hurt herself while running. Oh. And the last one, he had a bad dream. Oh dear. Johnny, go for it. And then we're going to wrap it up.
I think the one with the books is she does not understand her homework, and I think the frog will catch the fly is the one with the frog trying to lick a fly off the branch.
Awesome. Wait, stop there. Let's see if someone else want to help. How about Ava? Thank you, Johnny. Ava, do you want to do one?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So the one with the guy and the girl, like where it's the one where it says she hurt herself while running.
Oh, so he's helping her. Okay, nice.
And then the one with the kid, like in the sprinklers, it is warm outside.
Fabulous. Thank you. Okay, let's let the last person do the final one. Who wants to do it? Who wants to do it? Let me look for a hand. Oh, Carter. Go for it, Carter. We have 2 left.
The baby is hungry. It's the one below it, and he had a bad dream. Is the one in the bed.
Covering his eyes. Has that ever happened to you guys? Do you have some history or previous knowledge of having a bad dream? It's not fun.
I had a couple bad dreams.
Oh no, I can.
One of them was one that I really don't like.
One
of the ones I really didn't like.
Awesome.
I had a bad dream as well.
Okay, well, wait, don't scare me now. I don't want to have a bad dream tonight. Don't tell me.
I dreamed that
Oh no, don't tell me. I don't want to have a bad dream. I'll be crying all night. So this is part 1 is done. Part 2 we will do next week, okay? So I have to run to my small groups. We're going to focus on punctuation. Punctuation, guys. So if you need some help with punctuation, I'll see you in a few minutes, okay?